are Mega in loser's side, are Guy in loser's side, and Squid Plumber. The three of them are on incredible, unprecedented runs to be able to take it over Geist. That's a huge win. Game 5 as well for Guy. That's incredible stuff. So, Frozen going up against Zomba. Oh man, a little bit of a civil war through Staten Island here. And yeah, this is a little bit of a sad set to see, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we're seeing the return of the Palutena from Frozen, who had been playing a lot more of the, a lot more of a co-main with Aegis as of recently. But Palu Rob, traditionally pretty good and one of the strongest characters in Frozen's arsenal. Let's see how she's able to do it.
Yeah, already, you know, tries to come in with the forward, but not safe on hits to actually confirm into anything. Little F3 to be able to bait out a jump and maybe also recovery option as well. Just keeping her locked down at the ledge. That's a double jump gone as well. And then still goes through the high recovery to avoid the ledge at all costs. You do not want to go to ledge against Rob, period.
It's so hard to find a spacing that you want to be against Rob sometimes. Like, oh, full screen, but he gets solo charged up. The Robo Beam, top becomes more and more accessible. Mid-range, well, that's where things like forward tilt and down tilt become so much of a hassle. Gyro is always a hassle. But close range here at the ledge seems to have been Frozen's sweet spot, able to stuff out many, many options with dash attacks and back airs and a heads-up reflect.
Yeah, that was such a, you don't get to see that quite often, but such good coverage with the down smash, but still not enough to be able to kill quite yet. Just waits, picks it back up, but I felt like that might have been a bit of a mistake. Now you're off stage with no double jump and tries to go for the down tilt, but Palu was a little bit too far back for it to connect. Makes it back onto the ledge, and you just see FaZe Frozen's, like her comfort in this matchup, specifically in how to deal with gyro. Drop down, double jump, neutralize is so clutch.
Yeah, an insanely good edge guarding tool, but Rob Nair is an insanely good everything tool, hitting all around and more, closing out the first stock for Zomba in an extremely tight game thus far, as that dash attack is unable to close out the stock.
I was talking to, I remember Ramsey's back at UFA about like Rob neutrally. It's such a non-commitment for him to do like short hop neutrally because it's a hitbox all the way up and all the way back down. That is so ridiculously disjointed that it's like, okay, you have to think about this like a grounded button. Right, but now Frozen able to actually even up the stock count. Zomba gonna slap back, but really good DI actually on the up throw.
Yeah, a missed punish is, in the opening game of this set, missing any punish can be so huge, especially since you don't want to let Palu touch you. With the drag.
Yeah, she fell down a little bit too fast. And as a result, didn't actually connect the final hit as Zomba got stuck on the platform. And now able to cover it, teleport it back onto the stage, makes it back onto the ledge. This time, Zomba trying to cover above the stage as well. They both, I mean, she is alternating ledge, above ledge, ledge, above ledge. But is that going to be the down throw? Not quite.
The problem about mixing up so frequently as Frozen has been doing, as another great teleport angle comes in, as eventually it becomes a pattern, and patterns become habits, and Zomba loves to call out some habits.
Yeah, for sure, especially when it comes to a lot of high recoveries, but that's going to be the up throw, especially on Palutena. I'm surprised that didn't kill quite yet, but setting up with the back here, gets the gyro. Anyways, if Zomba has anything at the ledge, it is sheer coverage. He presses buttons.
Yeah, he is, as Kimona had put it best, he's an initiator. He starts things off, he makes you feel like you have to play some sort of defensive, that you have to dash back. But I love how Frozen is just meeting the challenge head on. She has found openings and she has found means to just get into Zomba's face and change up the paradigm, but the gyro off the backboard, closing down the stock just as Frozen took a risk.
I don't even mind that offstage commitment either, but all of a sudden you don't have any room to play with against Zomba at 25%, and you already see that neutral. You already know that he is up to no good whatsoever. Quick little grab out of shield from Frozen, has Zomba offstage, tries to carve himself an opening with the gyro, and then just hides behind it.
Yeah, the focus on gyro, but drops it as more of these dash attacks and more of the just the cutoff of Frozen's offense. Dash back into gyro and bouncing back and forth as Zomba is always prepping a button. Oh, Lord. Oh, no.
That DI?
That was a little suspect.
A little suspect.
A little bit, just a touch.
She vented in front of him. That was the most suspect DI I've seen on up here. That was rough. That was before they added the engineer as well. Oh man, happens to the best of us.
Yeah, never going to electrical.
Yeah. It was inevitable.
That's tough. Man. That's tough. Especially for such a well-played game too, right? Like there was so many like niche interactions where Frozen was able to really put the screws on Zomba. It's like, hey, you have to play defensive now. You have to respect my space.
It was just 2 mistakes. It was the missed tech off stage, and there was also, you know, the missed DI on the up air. But honestly, she still kept it like really even, especially in the neutral and when it came back onto the stage. But all of a sudden, Zomba off of a single advantage state, dealing 73% and climbing. But if anything Palutena has, it is damage output against heavies.
Yeah, all it takes is one neutral air and you get taken for the ride, but an amazing SDI from Zomba, teleporting out of that nair and getting right back into the thick of things.
Yeah, up air just tries to go for the second one, but doesn't commit to it quite yet. Up tilt is a very traditional use of that move as an anti-air to be able to also pancake a little bit towards the ground. Looking for another neutral air pickup, but then just uses Palutena's air speed just to fade away as much as possible. That's going to be a solid neutral air back air confirm as well. And I gotta say, she's just picking up the damage.
Oh, amazing teleport angle there. Given the stage that we're on, everyone expected a teleport cancel, but Frozen mixed up just for the moment, just as Zomba was able to find the down throw into the up smash.
Oh yeah, and again, just keeps on using these up tilts to catch all of these landings from Zomba. Doesn't get the back air out of shield, though. That neutral air just barely safe enough. Mixing up his recovery, comes back on with that directional air dodge, and all of a sudden Zomba has stage back. He has advantage and he has control.
It feels like every time Frozen makes a play or makes a read, she's right, but just off the mark ever so slightly. And Zomba, he rarely misses as the commitment with the arm rotor does catch the jump and the back there to close it out.
Now, I gotta say, as soon as Palutena doesn't have a double jump, she is one of the most telegraphable, exploitable recoveries off stage. All you have to do is wait, bait, and then you just listen to the audio cue, and you can press basically anything you want. But back here from Frozen is gonna keep those stocks a little bit closer, but still huge deficit.
Yeah, finally taking the full amount of that damage. A double up air, back air after the nair starter. Frozen's going to need plenty more of those if she wants to try and bring this back, but Palutena's early percent combos are...
Ooh, somebody was trying to cheat. If Zomba was a few minutes later, that would have been the neutral air into the side B. Tries to still go for it again. He commits too much, but hey, it's a stock up. It's Rob off stage, so you can just make it back on as much as you'd like.
Everything comes down to the gambles that these two players are taking. Sometimes Frozen's managed to work out, but these gyros and the safety of Zomba's offensive game plan to walk back into getting there, you know, something
That's like that
happens.
wolf thing. When somebody starts jumping with their back facing towards you, know they want that one thing and one thing only. They want that back air. So now Zomba coming in with that dash attack, tries to go for the jab block, doesn't actually find it.
Well, what a cheeky air dodge, but the spot dodge gets overwhelmed by Palu neutral air. Frozen on a warpath here, doing a lot of ledge trapping and trying to hold down this advantage. Managed to find the back air there, hitting the exact correct timing, or at the very least calling out what Zomba was intending to do afterward.
But then whiffing that neutral air and still missing that tech as well, eating that low angled F tilt. Makes it back on, just trying to space out some of these buttons, still has a double jump to be able to make it back on, and Zomba just barely off with his 2-frame down air.
Man, Zomba, he is closing out that game. What I love about Zomba is, if we could get the final stock again, it is the utilization of a singular move that I rarely see other Robs get to utilize. And that is, okay, well that's the first stock. Okay, well, it's the utilization, I won't leave you hanging, chat. It is the utilization of Rob forward tilt. Up angled, down angled, normal angled, which have you. He uses it as a finisher whenever he feels like that there is not something he wants to overcommit to. It is offense without commitment, and it goes into that same thing of what you were saying earlier, Dara, with the utilization of Rob neutral air, with gyro, with of course down tilt. It's, hey, I want to apply pressure. I want to initiate you and make you feel scared without actually being at any risk myself.
Yeah, absolutely. You see how he also uses it as an optimization after somebody falls out of up tilt too.
For sure.
He hits up tilt once, like, okay, I reacted to this, I'm going to go for an up angled F tilt. And it almost always just confirms as well. So now, going on to game number 3, Zomba up 2-0 as foretold. But I gotta say, Frozen, despite all that, I think she's still pacing neutral really well. I think she's recovering well. She's doing the best she can.
I was scared.
I was scared too. It'd be funny if I just started gassing it up and it was just like, oh yeah, Rob combo, side B.
Oops.
Was that me? Alright, gets an up air off to try to get some of these juggles. Really good damage onto the board. Has a very slight damage lead, but it is fleeting. She now has to find a way to make it back onto the stage. Does so successfully, but at what cost? Zomba's advantage to his option coverage. Ooh, he was looking for something funny.
I'm surprised that wasn't an up tilt there. Most of the time after drag down up airs, you see Zomba try to fish for an up tilt to reset the up air, but and get it a little bit higher up, but not going for there, instead just going for it all with that up smash, and is eating some damage for it in this very, very even start to game 3, as each one of these feel like they have been. An even start into Zomba slowly pulling away.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Okay, tossing out that gyro laser yet again, jumps, able to force the jump, and then still, it does not matter how many of those options whiff. The point is, Zomba is still on the stage, and he is still ready to play the game. And gyro in hand, this is the stock maybe, but oh no! Tosses it a little bit too late by the time that Frozen had already descended.
Just ran straight past the explosive flame as Zomba going deep off stage for yet more edge guarding attempts. Gets the attempting of the pass through up air, but Frozen is ready, holding shield and getting the back throw.
Oh yeah, and still just locking it down the ledge, trying to space out some of these back areas, and ooh, that one was a little bit unsafe. Up tilt, up air. You know, that time around, you know, just damage is all that Frozen is gonna eat. Huge neutral, forces the double jump, calls it out, and this should be the stock.
Oh, but side B's the wrong way and unable to angle it correctly to catch Frozen, able to slip by in just the nick of time. Zomba with one fatal error, and Frozen's allowed to hold onto this stock for so much longer and take one in return.
I have a thought. I wonder why she is using explosive flame so little. I feel like oftentimes it does sort of outtrade and give you more mileage than if you were to eat a laser in that same kind of situation. But now Frozen, stuck in this juggle state, teleports to the ledge, tries to neutral yet again, but Rob not fast enough out of shield options to punish that.
Oh, another risky arm rotor and getting punished for it once more.
I love the fact that Frozen just went through the ledge immediately. Had she landed on the stage, that risk of the arm rotor connecting would have been huge, but same, that risk of that back air, so potent, so powerful, the Zomba, classic.
Yeah, throw out that back air. It is a safe, riskless means with a high reward ledge trap. So, so nice. But is Frozen able to wrap this up? A huge back air there, burning a ton of gas from Zomba as he chooses to go high, looking to intercept.
Huge trade. But now, do you actually have the tools to be able to make it back on? You have to air dodge, but that neutral still pops up Zomba, and that's a 50-50. If you air dodge, you'll lead up, late up air, so really sort of out of options at that point. You ran out of mix-ups, and Frozen buckled it down.
Yeah, shout out to the length of that advantage state. Frozen was able to overwhelm for the entirety of Zomba's life savings, but Zomba's trying to gain it all back.
That coverage.
Oh, the burner boost as well was so clean. Chasing in just the nick of time, saying, hey Frozen, I know you just hit me with this exact same chase. I'll do you one better.
I have never seen such a good implementation of burner boost. You don't even see it that often. It's a tech that I feel like everybody talked about like a year or two ago, but that was just such a solid, tight implementation. That is the only way that Rob could actually potently cover that vertical distance in time. It's the only thing that gets him up that far, and that was such a good idea to mix it up that far. If I was Palutena, I did not think that big robot would be up there in time.
All right, we've got a couple replays showing, but I mean, Zomba showcasing just how much of a difference maker his Rob can really be. Like, it is a prime example, time and time again, of everything that he is able to put together with this character. Despite calling Rob bad, despite calling Rob misunderstood, everything about Zomba's Rob puts together so much potential. And hey, I mean, we get another glimpse of that.
She was out of options.
Forward tilt. Yeah,
she had to air dodge to be able to get past the laser, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, I'm not in a position to really teleport here, am I? By the time that gyro really comes to me, I just kind of have to hold that hit.
Yeah, get to see the Frozen and then this final stock. So clean, so quick. Look how quick he traversed that. He got from here to, we're in the process of it.